Hello, welcome to our day 9 of our Milliners challenge with Creative Milliners Association. My name is Days, the Creative Director of Andrew Enterprise and also the Assistant Coordinator of Creative Milliners Association, Abuja Zone, Nigeria. Today we are going to talk about feathers, evolution of feather use, types of feathers, the tips and tricks in feather manipulation. Feathers have long been a symbol of elegance, status, and artistic expression in the world of millinery. Feathers have held a deep cultural significance for centuries, representing everything from divine connection to social prestige. In ancient Rome, millinery headwears were topped with large feathers, either from ostrich or peacock, and they were not only decorative but also carried symbolic weight, representing strength, victory, and high rank. In Africa, rulers and high priests often adorn themselves with feathers such as eagle, which are considered sacred, which signify their divine right to rule, reinforce their connection to high powers. Also, certain ceremonial headdresses are adorned with feathers, signifying hierarchy, wisdom, and spiritual protection. Some traditions held that certain feathers come with messages from the ancestors, making them an essential component of important rituals or events. Generally, feathers elevate the wearer, whether a ruler, a warrior, or a spiritual leader, reinforcing a deep connection between nature and human expression. Gradually, over the centuries, feathers were no longer just markers of spirituality, warfare, or cultural significances. They have become an essential component of high fashion. Their presence in millinery signifies luxury, opulence, and a need and wideness in style, which aid in shaping the evolution in millinery. This bridging the gap between tradition and modernity, from sacred symbols to fashion icons. Types of feathers. There are so many winged animals that we have, but the most common one we all know are the chicken. Like example, the chicken feathers, ostrich feathers, duck feathers, pheasant feathers, wire feathers, fan feathers, arrow feathers. Also, we have this, we call it monkey tail. Now, in the comment section, if there's other types of feather that you know that I will now mention, put them in the comment section. Now, let's go next to tips of feather manipulation. How to dye your feathers. These feathers, they all can be dyed. I love white feathers especially because if there are certain colors I need and they are not available, I can easily take the white form of that feather and dye it. And to dye a feather, you boil your water hot. After boiling it, put in a bowl, put your dye, then immerse your feathers inside for some time, then you bring it out. Depending on how deep you want the color that you want to achieve. You know that you can achieve two colors using when you dye a feather. For example, you can dye this lower region a different color and other upper region a different color also. Let's talk about where we can place our feathers. Using our headband. I hope with this few time we have spent with tips and tricks, you'll be able to manipulate your feathers more efficiently without losses or breakage. Finally, store your feathers headwear in boxes to avoid dust. And dead feathers being exposed to long period of time in the sun wears out, loses its shine, and dulls the color. Please drop your feather design headpiece in the comment below. Thank you.